Hi, Chicago. My name is Tim Yu. I'm a rising third year studying computer science and statistics. I think I learned a lot about intensive reading and for example, when reading Plato's Republic, there's so many pages, and in reading one page of Plato is not like one page of any other book. It's like reading like multiple pages, and you have to reread that same page many times. But it's definitely such a like intellectually stimulating class, and I've made a lot of great friends in Fume, and yeah, it's just the class discussions are always super intellectual, and you'd always have people playing devil's advocate for each philosophical idea, and I think it's awesome, and we need to keep this spirit of Chicago, this intellectual discourse forever. I think incoming students, you guys should all take Philper specifically because it's we're at UChicago, and the point is not to like maximize our GPA or anything. The point is to reach our intellectual fulfillment and potential, and this is by challenging yourself and pushing yourself to your limits. And I think Philper is the hardest hume, and just simply for that reason, in it of itself, that's enough reason to take it. I think the texts are pretty hard, like with Plato, Aristotle, Descartes, Hume, like they're very verbose, and and but there's also so many like different ideas, like we're still talking about Plato and Aristotle 2,000 years later. So their ideas have lasted forever, from like the horses to the cave to like just different types of metaphysics and ontological things. Yeah, I think no, I just I also think philosophy is just like everyone should learn a little bit of philosophy because it's like the backbone of why we do everything. And so like what's our purpose in this life, and fulfillment, and like meaning of happiness? We need to think about these things. I think I like that, like for our first assignment like ever, he told us just to write about literally anything. Like and the purpose of this is just to well, obviously it's supposed to get you comfortable with writing, but it's also for you to like really find your passion in what you even want to write about in the first place. And and to like be able to do this, like to be forced to do this, which is good because we probably wouldn't do this on our own. But then like it's like a form of journaling, and like you just get to like have clarity and write down your ideas, and just it's important to just write, and that's it, just write. Plato's Cave is always like a really great reading because of how eye-opening it is to like for us to realize that we could literally not even like be interpreting reality the right way, and how we are actually in the dark in a lot of areas of our life. I think I think of course the in-class discussions are always like super exciting, especially with like our friends, like my friends, we all would argue and just play devil's advocate and offer really ridiculous scenarios. Like for example, this was like someone brought up this like quantitative question in class of like, if you could press a button and increase the world's happiness, or double the world's 51% chance of doubling the world's prosperity, or 49% chance of like ending the world, you should technically like press the button because it's a positive expected value play. But of course, there's a whole lot more nuance than that, and philosophy addresses these things. And yeah, and I really like these kinds of discussions. I think the main thing is to stay on top of your readings, because you're going to get assigned lots of readings, and you'll be very tempted to use AI, to skim, to spark notes, to like maneuver yourself out of these things. But I want to remind you that it's very important to go through the hard work. If you don't go through the hard work, then you haven't then you're robbing yourself of your intellectual fulfillment potential, that and which is the reason why you're at U Chicago. And so yeah, just grind them out really early as soon as they're assigned, or like make sure to have a set time, or just knock some pages out every day. And and this goes for the essays as well, but I think the readings are still the most important thing, because you can low key cram essays, but you cannot really cram readings.